Hey travelers, Captain Carmen here again. Like I mentioned before, I will be going to the ASTA River Cruise Expo next month in Amsterdam, and I'm really looking forward to that to learn more about river cruising. One of the biggest questions I get now, and all the time, and I wanted to explain about it now, is why river cruising? What makes it so special? What's included? What's the value there? Because sometimes people look at the price point and they think it's a little more. So river cruising is really unique. And the biggest thing people notice is the ships are smaller. They average between 110 to 190, depending upon the size of the long ships. They're referred to long ships by most people in the industry. They're usually only about 40 to 45 feet wide and up to 300 and something feet long. And they sail basically, the majority of them on the rivers of Europe, on the Rhine, the Danube and such. And I'll talk about itineraries in another video. The nice thing about the river cruises is they really are more or less all-inclusive. They include all your wonderful accommodations, excellent food. Usually they include beer and wine and soft drinks with dinner and lunch. And then the other big thing that people don't always consider or don't realize is the inclusion of all excursions, or at least some excursions in every port. And that's what makes it really great. That's where a lot of the value comes, is because everything is included and you know what's included with that before you go. You have options depending on the cruise line to upgrade drink packages or go to different types of excursions. And some of them include other things that others don't. AMA Waterways has wellness programs and bikes on board, which is fantastic, especially for excursions. And they, including some other ones, include multiple excursion options with different levels of activity, meaning there's general walkers or normal or maybe a hiking excursion all to kind of the same place, where some other ones like Viking may only give you a city tour. So that's a big difference in the value and understanding why some cost different. The size is a big thing. Everything happens a lot easier. It's much more intimate, but not stuffy. It's casual and relaxed. And you get right into city centers. Imagine if a riverboat parked at the end of your driveway and the backyard, you were in the city. That's what can happen. Everything is right there and simpler. Sometimes you take excursions or might go further afield, like let's say in Vienna, you're going to go to Salzburg, so you got to get on a bus. But other places in Cologne, you literally are off the ship in like 20 seconds. But then people talk about the pricing. But the pricing also reflects, in my opinion, that all-inclusiveness. That is the excursions, the food, the wellness where it applies, and the liquor and the drinks with meals that are included. And on top of that, you get a level of service. This is the biggest thing, I think, across all the river cruise lines. You get a level of service that you just don't see in other types of travel experiences, because there's only that 110 to 190 people. They know you, they know your name, they know what you like, they help you with every little thing to make it happen. That's a quick nutshell of the inclusions and what's there. You have the services of your cruise director that's going to be on the ship, and if you do any land pre or post, depending on the company, they're going to be there too. You get to be right in the heart of city centers. You see Europe, particularly from the inside as opposed from the outside if you're coming from the Med or the seas that border the continent. So there's a lot of different subtle differences, but they all add up to wonderful value, in my opinion, to see the great places on these rivers in Europe, Asia, and other places beyond. So if you want to get into more detail and have specific questions about why the prices are different between the cruise lines or the different categories too, because most of the ships basically have 2 to 3 room categories. They all have window cabins, which are at the water level. You can't open the window. And then on the next deck, they have what they call French balconies or Juliet balconies that have a slider that just opens up that allows you to get airflow, but there's no place to go out and physically sit. And then some of them have other balconies and suite options. And then they all have an upper deck that you can go out to and be on to explore when you're not in your stateroom. So all those different types of things, locations on the ship and times of the year when you go, in addition to the cruise lines and the value, all add to the pricing that people look at. So let me explain it to you. It's not difficult. It just takes some time to walk through it if you're not familiar with it. And I'm here to help you to understand the exceptional great value that is with river cruising that I love so much, and I love to share with people and help them get on it. So give me a call. Look for my next video. I'm going to talk about itineraries. And then if you have any questions, again, send them my way. And I'm going to be learning even more when I get to the expo. Till then, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.